And so I've got today for you a few different techniques for studying the Bible to help you out. I want to get you started if you've not started, and if you're stuck, I want to get you moving. So here are a few different examples of how to study the Bible. These are also all on our website at libertychurchlondon.com under our Spiritual Rhythms page, in case you want to refer back to them later. So the first is the inductive method. And this is about answering some observation questions about the scripture that generally follow the 5 W's and the 1 H. So we have who. Who is speaking? Who is the intended audience? Who is present at the moment? Then we have what. What is the passage about? What is the problem that it is addressing? What is happening? What is being said? What are the commands that need to be obeyed? Then we have when. When is this event taking place? Where? Where is this event taking place? Where does it fit into the larger context of the whole Bible? Why? Why is this message needed? Why is it relevant to today? How? How does this change what I know about God and humanity? How do I apply this to my life? So that's the first method. The second one, many of you have heard of, is called the SOAP method, where you write down the scripture, S. You write down your observations of the things that you've seen and observed in the scripture. You then write down how it will apply to your life. How are you applying this scripture to your life? And you pray then, using the scripture as a guide. You could take the text method approach, guys. You could talk to God in prayer before you open up the scripture. You can then encounter God and humanity through the scripture, asking 2 questions. What does this say about God? What does this say about humanity? You could then examine your heart. Think about what you might need to confess. What do you need to add? What do you need to take away to continue following Jesus? And then again, talk. Talk to God. Thank him for what he has shown you. And talk to others, sharing the revelation that you've received. Another option is the verse mapping method. So you write out your chosen verse. Write it out again in 2 other translations, so you've got some sort of variation. Circle some of the key words and spend some time looking them up. Look at the definitions, look at the synonyms, look at their root words, look at them in the original language. Explore the real meaning behind the message of this verse, thinking about the people and the places and the context and connecting them to other verses within the whole of the Bible. And then write out your summary of the verse in your own words. And this list could go on, but there is 4 to get you started. And it's about finding something that works for you in this season. And I say in this season because what works for you now, if you are a 20-something, will probably not work for you when you're married later on in life with kids. So the way that you pray, the way that you read the Bible and study the Bible can change, and it can transform over seasons of our lives. But the fact that we study the scripture should remain the same and should be consistent regardless of the seasons we are in. And through our studying of the scripture, we gain a greater understanding of the voice of God. And it's so important that we know the voice of God, because often we can even misread it. We can find some of those challenging verses hard to understand because we don't know the voice of God.